everyone. Welcome to Strictly Yankees. I'm Jacob Brown, joined here with Mark Papaleo. We're midway through spring training, actually three quarters, really. I think we're 10 days away. We're recording this on the 22nd, so we're really close to spring training being over, regular season starting. Garrett Cole versus Hyunjin Ryu on opening day at Yankee Stadium. Fans are going to be there. I've heard 25%, I think it was, up from that like 10, 15% we heard a few weeks ago. So that's great news. And again, I said it last week when we let off the pod. I was like, I want spring training to be over. I couldn't care less. And if you see me not directly looking at the screen right now, it's because on the other half of my screen, I've got Yankees Phillies playing. So I'm kind of looking at both as we're doing the podcast. So join here with Mark. He's also doing the same thing. We got FSU in March Madness. So how you doing, Mark? Spring training almost over.
I'm doing good. I'm very excited for real baseball to be played here very soon. I'll be absolutely pumped for April 1st. It's my day off. I'll be sitting back watching MLB TV, watching everything, watching the Yankees, watching BS games, the White Sox. I don't even know who's playing outside of the Yankees on opening day, but I'll be watching whatever they got to give me.
Yeah, no, I mean it's getting close, man. I'm really looking forward to it, and a big thing that just happened in this game, fourth, fifth inning, whatever it was, Justin Wilson threw a normal pitch, looked okay, and then he waved for the dugout. Aaron Boone, trainer, came out, and he's pulled from the game. So just as we think, okay, this is looking like a healthy spring training, everyone's good, it's all good. Clint Frazier had the scare the other day. Britton's gone, which is a big deal, which I didn't think we got to in the last pod. That's a big deal, actually, especially if Wilson goes down. But having only Britton, it's like, wow, it's a miracle because the last 2 years it's been crazy. Now Wilson coming out of the game, if he's gone, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's become sort of a same shit, different day for the Yankees. We get optimistic, we get excited. Oh, our bullpen looks good. Our starting rotation looks good. Our lineup looks good. And then we slowly get the injury bug, and we already have Britton gone. And now Justin Wilson could be out. Who knows? Hopefully, I'm sure it could just be nothing. But, he could be out, and that could be very huge for us. You have two bullpen guys out before opening day. I mean, that takes away all of our, excitement really for this bullpen. Because, we still have what it takes to have a top, bullpen in the league, and we just don't have it with these injuries.
Yeah, no, I mean, and really, I didn't even think the Yankees bullpen was top five. It was like, okay, it's good. You got five arms out there that you can depend on. But I've been doing these baseball previews for the last few weeks, and Yankees are top five and maybe even top three bullpen. Like and Aaron Judge is being interviewed right now in spring training, but those new teeth. But we're spoiled as Yankee fan. We do have a good bullpen, but now with these two guys going out, not a top five bullpen. So you're going to have to depend on guys like the Nick Nelsons, who Aaron Boone seems to be really high on him, throws 99, 100 miles per hour with the fastball. It's got that slider. He also has like a 90 mile per hour changeup. So this guy can deal, but it's like, can he do it in the big leagues? Same thing with Loaiza. He had a good year last year. A lot of people don't think so. His ERA was like 3.3, 3.4. Same thing with Sessa. These guys, they come into the game sometimes and you're like, God damn it, it's Sessa. But these guys do produce over extended periods of time. But still, you don't want those guys coming in seventh inning, eighth inning when, you've used your guys 2-3 nights in a row. That's where it's going to start becoming an issue.
Yeah, I mean, you said it like you didn't believe we were top five bullpen on paper. When you think about it, like, you have to have the run support. We have the run support. And when you have the guys that we do in that bullpen, that makes it a top five, even if it's not on paper. And, with these two guys down, we've seen players like, I think Nestor Cortez going to have a chance. We were just talking about him. He's actually pitching right now, right? I believe.
Yeah, he was top half of the inning. Yep.
Yeah, and there's Tyler Lyons, and then you just said Luis Sessa and Jonathan Loaiza. And I've been a hater on Loaiza in the past, but what I've seen this spring training has really, got me optimistic about him.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, no, I think it's like 9 scoreless innings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. And he too, he throws 99 miles per hour. Eventually that's going to work out. Last year, I mean, it kind of flopped in terms of being fully right, but I said Loaiza could be the next Betances because they both throw hard and they have that big loopy curveball. Nick Nelson doesn't have the curveball, so he throws 100 miles per hour. He's not like Betances, but another guy too who I didn't even know who he was until I was watching the game the other day. Lucas Luetge. Supposedly he just gave up his first run of the spring training. He's a lefty, so you talk about lefties, maybe him too.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen much about him, but he's given up his first run on how many
I
appearances?
think 8 or 9 innings as well.
All right, that's nice. Okay,
Yeah,
I can get behind that. Gives a dark horse a chance.
yeah, and I'm gonna look at my notes now just to like make sure we have all these bullpen slots panned out.
Yeah, I'm
So
looking
yeah,
at
you look
the
at it,
pitching right now.
and before everyone got injured, I said the guaranteed 7 would be Loizaga, Sessa, Wilson, O'Day, Green, Britton, and Chapman. Like those guys, you knew they were going to make it in, and if all those guys had stayed healthy, Nelson would have been number 8. So I mean, those 8 would have been pretty incredible. But now, if you take out Wilson, you take out Britton, okay, replace 1 with Nelson, so now you have 6. And so you look at the other 2 spots. Actually, it might be 1 spot. I might be doing the math wrong. But Clark Schmidt, he wasn't going to be in the bullpen anyway. He's out of the equation anyway. Davey Garcia, they're not going to do bullpen for. Mike King, they want him as a starter. So really, it's between Adam Warren, who I think he's having arm problems, Nestor Cortez Jr., Tyler Lyons, and Lucas Luetge, I guess. So out of those guys, I mean, maybe it really is a Nestor and Luetge.
Do we think maybe Kyle Barraclough? He had 6 appearances this spring training. I know that.
No, absolutely. It could be him
I think,
too.
yeah, he's got experience too. I think he can fit that spot as well, but it really depends on what the Yankees want to do. If they want to develop their younger talent, in this, put them out there and make them develop on the spot, or you could throw in Kyle Barraclough, who can, he's been in the league, he's been, not big games, but he's been in regular season games. He can really get through that and get you to where on the other side where your pitchers are healthy again.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, he's a guy that, with the Marlins years ago, he was a closer. So this guy knows what he's
Yeah.
doing. And I think it'd be nice. And, other than Barraclaw, I know there's that guy, Asher Wojciechowski, or however you say it. And, I don't think he should be the guy. I mean, I think I said it on here. He had like a 20.23 ERA at Yankee Stadium in his career. So, stay away from that. He's kind of like a 5th starter on emergency. The Yankees have Chacin as well, but I don't think he'll be a bullpen guy either. Who knows? But he's a starter as well. But it's looking like that rotation, though. It's going to end up being Cole, Kluber, Tyone, Montgomery, and Herman. And Herman's kind of locked that up. Doesn't look like they want Davey to be that guy. And, we've talked about Herman, if he can work over his issues and, kind of breeze over that with the team and everything like that. Oh God, for our radio listeners, Mark just held up his fist. If you didn't see it, Herman took a wedding picture. Not the best move, bro. He put up his fist on his jacket. Just not a good move right now,
Right next to his wife. Just unbelievable. I don't know if it's the same woman he assaulted. I don't know that. I'm assuming it is because it was just last year. So if not, he's getting engaged real quick and getting married real quick. So I don't know. It's bad optics on him.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how the photographer or Yankees PR were like, yeah, post that. No one's going to see that. That's, I don't know. But hey, he's pitched well in spring training. If he can just eat up innings, it's all you need. And, once Sevy gets back, you make your decision then. And who knows? I mean, 3/5 of the rotation might be injured by that time.
Yeah. I was about to say that. We got some injury-prone pitchers on that staff, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, but hey, Cole pitched really well the other day against the Blue Jays, against their regulars, which was good to see. Kluber's had a pretty decent spring training. Tyone tonight had a bunch of strikeouts. I think his first 5 outs were strikeouts tonight, or 5 of the first 7 or something like that. Herman, again, like I just said, and Montgomery even has had a really good spring training. So, if these guys can go in, pitch really well, Sevy comes back, then you have a great problem on your hands. So I'm actually more confident in this rotation today than I was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really optimistic about JMO. We've seen him pitch pretty well, this spring training, given the fact that he hasn't played baseball in 2 years. So I mean, J-Mo could be huge for us. And I think he made a great play to throw to first today as well off the mound. I think it was a slow roller to third base. He made a great throw to first. I mean, he's showing his mobility as well on that mound.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think that he's throwing hard too. He's pitching only from the stretch. He changes arm angle, to limit injury probability, and I like it. And I think his last complete year, 3.20 ERA, that's an ace. I mean,
Yeah.
period. So I think Cole had a higher. No, he didn't. No, never mind. Cole didn't have a higher ERA last year, but hey, I mean, and we've said it. If Kluber can just beat Tanaka, you don't have to be Cy Young Kluber. Even if Tyone is Tanaka, once Sevy gets back, that's four guys in a playoff series. So I'm pretty confident, and I think these guys can do it. And the thing with arm injuries is you worry about arm strength. I think at this point, Kluber looks good. His velocity hasn't dipped. His breaking pitches look great. Tyone velocity is still there. Breaking pitches look great. So I don't think guys lose their talent. I think it's about arm strength, and it seems to be there. We just need to see it in 6 inning starts to really know for sure.
Yeah, we think of it like it's not like three like really good pitchers as of right now because they're not all in their prime and they're not all have the best circumstances. But we've had some pitching staffs like this. I mean, look at last year. We had the ace Garrett Cole, Sevy's hurt, and you have a guy like James Paxton who you can kind of compare to Tyon where they are in their careers. Although Paxton, we probably got him when he was even better in his career. And you have a guy that's in J.A. Happ who is kind of Corey Kluber right now with age, and you don't know if his ability is there. But I mean, and we have two upgrades from those two guys. And I think Tyon is better than Paxton. Will be for the last 2 years
And
for us.
Kluber's a hell of a lot better than
Yeah, and
Happ.
Kluber is a
Yeah.
hell of a lot better for Happ. So you have the vets in there, and there we've upgraded from those two guys, and so I think it's definitely something to look forward to, especially when Garrett Cole looks like he's gonna be pitched 200 innings this year. So I mean, we had him also an upside. I was listening to Talking Yanks, and they were saying like they brought up the fact that Cole's not even a full season as a Yankee yet.
Yeah.
A 60-game
Yeah.
year and a 60-game season, and how many games did he start? What?
12 probably.
12.
Yeah.
And that's insane. So it's another year in his contract and another year of him being healthy. So I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, we really don't know what it's like. And we don't even know what it's like to every day watching a Yankee game. We always know we can hit. We don't, as Yankee, we don't go in every game being like, okay, we're going to get a good pitching outing today. With Paxton, you're still holding your breath. Like he was great in 2019, but there would be the first innings where he give up 2 runs and 5-run outing. And I'm not saying that's never going to happen with Kluber and Tyone. It's going to happen to Cole, right? There's going to be those starts, but you don't want to go into games where you're like, okay, we're waiting for Cole's start. And that seems to be what it was like last year, where it's like, we got to wait for every 5th day. I hope there's an off day so we can go every 4th game with Cole. That's what it was like last year. This year, if you can be like, okay, 3 out of 5 days, we know we can get 6 innings out of our starter. That's what you want. And I think high potential, high ceiling, it could be 5 out of 5.
Yeah, we want to see Cole. We want to see Cole every 5 days, every 5 games. But then even I wouldn't mind in the month of April to maybe not maybe make it a 6-man rotation just
I agree.
to get through. We've seen the early season injuries for us. I would like to see them, get through. I mean, they're still on. They had a shortened spring training last year, a 60-game year, and they're coming into, I think, it's not. Yeah, it's another shortened. It's a shortened offseason as well.
Well, shortened off season. I thought you were about to say shortened season.
Yeah. No, it's a second shortened off season for them. So their bodies are still getting used to it, even though we're a month into spring training and we're a week out of it being done. So I feel like they can pitch a 6-man rotation or have an opener situation. I don't know how you would do that with this current, giving bullpen, but I think, it should be something to think about, easing into the season. Then you have more Cole every 5 games for 5 months.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it. You play the long game, and that's something that Boone has struggled with. I think that's why he got rid of Ottavino, because he's like, this guy gets gassed, period. So you can't try. Maybe it wasn't an effectiveness thing, Because again, other than that terrible outing against the Blue Jays, his ERA would have been 2.89. So it's not like he had this terrible year. It was one bad outing. And yeah, money too, $9 million. But by September, full 6 months, and this guy's logged 60, 70 games. In October, you don't know what you're going to get. So the fact that they have five arms, you don't have to. And now with the three guys potentially, that might be an issue, but spread out those innings between those eight guys. You have eight guys that can pitch basically any inning. So that could be a big deal. But now let's talk about that offense. You have LeMay. Obviously, the lineup is going to be the same. It looks like Sanchez is going to hit eighth. Sanchez is going to, Sanchez is going to hit eighth, and Frazier's going to hit ninth. And Hicks is still going to hit third. That's what it looks like. So we were right last pod about what the lineup was going to look like. But in terms of bench, this is big. It looks like obviously Gardner, Higashioka, Wade are guarantees because Tyro Estrada was just optioned to AAA. So he's not going to be on the roster. He's still at spring training, just won't be on the roster. So that fourth guy, it looks like at least it's going to be between Mike Tauchman, Derek Dietrich, and Jay Bruce. The thing with Dietrich and Bruce is you have to let go a guy from the 40-man roster. Clearly, in this situation, it would be Tauchman. So the problem with that is that he doesn't have any options left, which means you have to get rid of him. Hope the Yankees are thinking we can't delay this and waive him and not get anything for him. So in this next week here, you might be seeing a Mike Tauchman trade because it looks like Jay Bruce might be the guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be the move. Jay Bruce can play both first and outfield. Given our injuries in the past, we could see Voit get hurt again. I mean, he was injured last year in a 60-game year and played through it. So who knows? And he's not the youngest anymore. He's what is he, 28?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's not like he's getting there in age. So I mean, after a 60-game year of playing with injury, he can get injured as well this year. Or we could see Judge go down again. We could see Hicks or Gardner or Clint or Stanton, any of those guys, and he can really just fill in for them and give us a bat and give us some fielding.
Oh wait, did you say Jay Bruce just turned 28?
No.
Oh,
I was talking about Luke Voit. I'm saying he's not.
Oh yeah.
Anymore,
I think he's 29.
right?
Yeah,
28, 29, something around there.
Let me look it up actually.
We did this before. I assumed he was older, but
yeah, I know he looks older.
Yeah, as we were just like talking about like the pitching, you were saying that why can I gotta edit this out.
Yeah, no, I'll edit it out.
What's the fuck? Shit.
Hey, we just had to pause the recording because we both.
Day.
Wow, man. I didn't know what you were trying to say, so I was like, "What are you talking about?" He forgot Aaron Boone's name, so there we go.
It's been a long day at work. All right, so as I was saying, we were talking about how Aaron Boone really, was looking for that fifth game for Garrett Cole to start, and really looking for that win, and we was sitting every four games last season. But we've seen him send out some of the worst lineups we have. We've seen him playing backups on a Tuesday, in Seattle when it's a winnable game on the schedule. And I would really love to see that instead of with the pitching, try to get Garrett Cole out there as much as you can, ease back on that, and like we were just saying, and maybe give the Death Star lineup literally 4 out of the 5 games you play of the week.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think also with Stanton saying maybe I can play outfield, give Judge a DH day and have Stanton play right field. That would be huge. Same thing with Hicks.
Yeah, I'm sick of watching these offenses, in random games we're missing our best players. Like, I'm really sick of it. We need to get our bats in there, let them hit, let them get into a rhythm. No one's saying no one's saying they're going to get hurt. Just play your best players when you can. I don't want to hear none of this resting BS.
So yeah, I completely agree with you about that. And Mark's visuals off for a second here, but Gleyber Torres is whatever he is, 24 years old, I think. This is a guy that should not be getting 2 days off a week. One, maybe I understand you get Wade in there, great. Same thing with LeMahieu, quite frankly. Whit Merrifield is in his mid-30s in Kansas City. 162 games in 2019, 60 games last year. So this guy somehow in his mid-30s is playing every game. I'm tired of this conditioning bullshit. And I said that I think this is what leads to the injuries. You get baseball's a game where you take a day off, you relax, next day you go full throttle. That's what gets you muscle pulls. And combine that with the bad training programs that the Yankees have had in the past. I think last year's issue was the late transition from the old training staff to Cressy, who's the new trainer, and he's really professional. And I think now this year you're seeing it, knock on wood, with the position players, you're not seeing those muscle pulls. And I hope that the front and it's a front office thing too, because analytically they say you're going to hit better over the season if you have more off days. This is not about offense anymore, or whatever number you think is going to add up to give a guy better stats. It's about maintaining health, and it's about winning a championship. And maybe they'll make the argument and say, well, we want our guys rested for October. Well, they're going to be injured in October if you don't play them every day. That's just my theory. I don't know if it's backed by anything, but how are mid-30s guys around the league, especially a guy like Whit Merrifield, he plays all over the place like LeMahieu. That's why I made the comparison, every game. And he's on the Royals. They're not even important games. So these guys need to be playing. Voit, I get it. Give him a day off or a DH day. Judge, I definitely get it. Give him a day off and a day at DH a week. That's what I would do. So he gets basically a day and a half off. Same with Stanton a week. But Frazier, every day he needs to be out there. Hicks, maybe 1-2 a week, so you can get Guardy in there. Gio, every day. Sanchez, 5 out of 7 if he's good. That's what this needs to be, period.
Yeah, I agree. It's just we have all the talent in the world, and we seem to squander it on the offensive side, when it comes to that. Our pitching again, it's on the up. I think it's on the up. And I think if you're going to get 6 innings strong, you better be putting runs up to support these guys, So,
yeah,
I'm excited. I think we'll win our division. I'm not really worried about it. I think we're one of the best teams on paper in baseball. Obviously, we're behind the 2 teams that just keep adding pieces and adding pieces. Obviously being the Dodgers and the Padres. It's just disgusting. I want that.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're
2009 was great. I want that again. And I think, we've seen reports that, they're looking at Corey Seager after this season. That's why they didn't spend big. Give me
No. Hey, I'll take Seager all day, bro. I will take him all day. Dude, first of all,
he's a good hitter. He's a great hitter.
Yeah, and he's a better defender than Glaber.
Yeah, I agree, but I want that. I want that other ace. I want 2 guys you got to worry about.
Yeah, but
series. Oh shit, I got to hit this guy and this guy. That's what I love.
Yeah, I think Sevy can be that guy. If Sevy comes back, exactly. And then you get Tyone and then Schmidt, Garcia. But to me, Corey Seager, especially because we don't have any lefties, that's the biggest thing. We need a lefty in there every day. So personally, I would be going after Seager hard. Last year, and there's these advanced stats. I don't look at many advanced stats. I'm not that type of guy, but I do like 2 of them. WOBA, which is weighted on base, and weighted run created plus, which is WRC. Basically, they're park adjusted. So with weighted on base and weighted run created plus, it's basically saying if every player played in the same dimensions with an average defense, this is what your stats would be. And for WOBA, 320 is average. Seager had a 394. And then he had a 152 weighted run created plus. The average is 100. So every number you get over 100 is a percent better. So that means he's 52% above league average. And then the World Series where he hit like 500. Yeah. So to me, he reminds me of Derek Jeter. And the year before, and I'm not saying he's Derek Jeter. There's going to be Yankee people in here like, don't compare anyone to Derek Jeter ever. But the guy's a 300 hitter, it seems, and he has more power than Jeter.
Again, I'm not saying I don't want him. I'm saying I would have loved Bauer this offseason. And you know what? Go get Seager next year. Like, I don't understand. We're New York goddamn Yankees.
Yeah, you have
Spend the goddamn money.
Yeah.
I would love that. Imagine that 3-headed monster in the playoffs if Severino's healthy.
Yeah.
And instead of the 3-headed monster in LA.
Yeah, you would not be liked in the conversations I have with Adiel, who says, "Oh, if only the Yankees had to play with the Rays payroll, and oh, they're only good because they
Oh,
spend."
my bad, dude. My bad. My team has more money than your team. What do you want me to do about that? You're in Tampa. Your team is not good. You have a terrible, basketball stadium. You ever seen the movie Basketball? That's what their stadium feels like. The basketball stadium in that movie. I stepped in and I said, "This place is garbage." So you know what? I don't want to hear about the no payroll thing. If your team is better and you're better. You sell more tickets, you have more fans, you make more money on your TV network. You deserve to spend the money, and that's what we are. So you know what? I'm not apologizing for that.
Yeah, like if you're trying to hide that you don't have money, don't have Yes Network tweet out that spring training's the most viewed ever. That might not help that argument because they're pulling in mad revenue from Yes. You're totally right about that.
Yes.
And now they're getting ticket sales back. So it's like, dude,
Yep.
spend the money. We're tired of it. Get Seager and a starting pitcher. I'm right, dude. We got a bandwagon spending money again. We got to just own it. Not
I
be
don't
like
care about
we
spending
can't
money.
be
That
the
sounds awesome.
apologetic fans.
That's like going to your friend's house and be like, "Oh, fuck you. You have a boat. You have a
Yeah,
boat and you have a movie room. Fuck you." No, we deserve it. Go get the
exactly.
guys, put them on the field, and you win a World Series. The Dodgers have been doing it, and they finally won a World Series. They finally did it with Mookie Betts. It took the Red Sox selling their whole team for the Dodgers to win a World Series.
And why is it condemned in baseball but not basketball? Right? The Lakers can
Oh
go out.
God! It's
Everyone
not
can
even
go
the
out.
Lakers. The Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn
Right.
Nets. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Basketball pisses me off. I mean, if basketball had no salary cap like baseball, it'd be ridiculous. I think it'd actually be better for the sport because I think there'd be like at least 5 super teams. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool.
What in baseball you're
But
saying?
we'll see. In basketball, if
Oh
there was no
yeah, yeah,
salary
yeah.
cap, there'd be like 5, 6 super teams because you get the guys that played in college. They want to go play with their buddies and shit like that. So I think it'd be pretty cool. But the
Honestly,
Nets are
the
doing that,
Knicks
and no one else can do it. That's the problem.
the Knicks would benefit from that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the MSG, they're always raking in money. But I was going to get to a point earlier too about I'm watching my New York Rangers win right now against the Buffalo Sabres. Good job, boys. But
About time.
I know, right? Yeah, yeah. But I was looking at the game amounts for the Dodgers. Mookie 55 games, Corey Seager 52, and I think he had a wrist problem. Cody Bellinger 56, and he sucked. Will Smith, well, that's a catcher. Max Muncy, 58 games. AJ Pollock, 55. Chris Taylor, 56. And they're in the playoffs more than the Yankees are every year. They've been to 3 consecutive World Series. They play their fucking guys.
Yeah. I didn't know they had the cat from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on their team, but that's pretty dope.
Oh, God.
Will Smith. That's got to be great playing in LA with the name Will Smith.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Will Smith's good too, dude. No one knows. Like last year, what he hit? He hit.
Yeah,
two,
he's a decent catcher.
Yeah, I mean, he had a 401 on base, 289, 8 homers, 411 WOBA, so that's 90 above average.
Yeah, I just got to imagine the other Will Smith lives in the same city. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and then there's the Will Smith on Atlanta.
Order for pickup, and it says Will Smith, and you have some white catcher walk in, and you're pretty upset.
It's totally true. Totally true. Oh man, but yeah, man. Hey, we're getting close to opening day, and again, it's we get hyped up for it. It's fun, but it's about winning a World Series at the end of the day. And that's, I don't see honestly many Yankee pods focusing on that. I think that's where we differ. We're always focused on October here. I mean, we don't like regular season. We're going to cover it, but I'm not as interested anymore in the regular season. It's kind of like a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn into the Cowboys. That's where I'm at right now as a fan, and CJ Uri, and if he's listening, he won't listen to this, so I could probably say it. He gets on me about the Yankees. He doesn't like the Yankees. He told me the other day, you're going to laugh at this. He said, Randy Rosarena, and Adiel said this too. is at FAU Radio. He said Randy Arozarena. They both said this. I have to say it on air. They said this in text. I have proof. Randy is a better player than not only Aaron Judge, but every player on the New York Yankees. And I said, if you went in for an interview at MLB Network, you would be laughed out of the fucking room. You never say that again.
That's not even worth me addressing. That's so silly.
So, dude.
I mean, he has played more World Series than our guys, but he's not even close to the more skillful than any of them.
He played 43 games.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, dude. Get out. No one had a scouting report on him. He was a borderline prospect with the Cardinals and got dealt for a shit pitcher. Like, don't give me this guy is better than Aaron Judge.
Yeah, hot at the right time.
Yeah. And Steve, who we do baseball pod with, he's a Rays fan. He had Arozarena lower on the left field list than I did. I had him at 5 to be generous, and Steve had him at 7.
If they listen, if any of your friends that are Rays fans listen to this show, this episode in particular, they will not like me because I ripped pretty deep into stop bitching Rays fans with the freaking the salary. It's so aggravating.
Hey, no one says nothing. I gotta give it to them though. What do you say?
No one says nothing when the Dodgers do it. The Red Sox do it. The Padres are trying to do it. God forbid the Yankees do it. We're fucking written off and we're sinful. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's totally true. It's totally true. And, oh man, the Rays, what I will say about them is, and this is an honest take, they have better player development. They have a better front office analytically. I'm not going to say GM because Cashman is Cashman. But what they're able to do with that payroll, all seriousness, they are pretty incredible. I mean,
yeah,
you can't take that away,
Not disputing that they didn't go to the World Series last year. Not disputing that. But I mean, if you want to come at me, as your team that just went to the World Series and come to me and complain that you don't have the payroll we do, yet you were just in the World Series, it's not only the fact, you don't have the payroll, but you were in the World Series. Then again, you should be generating more money from being in the World Series. But it's not happening. They just traded their ace to San Diego. So, I mean, there's nothing more for me to say. I give them all the credit for that season last year. That was a great season, great playoff run. I would have liked to see them maybe win one. That'd been cool. But, it was the Dodgers, the better team. It was the Dodgers' time. I think they'd pay their dues. So, I mean, all the luck to the Rays, only I don't psych. But, I don't have an issue with saying they were a good baseball team and a good, front office because they do. They've made it work. They've made it work multiple times with a low payroll. We've seen them. What was that? 2008, 2007. When they went losing the World Series? 8.
Yeah.
2008. They went to the World Series and lost right to the Rangers. No, not the Rangers.
Phillies.
Phillies. That's what it was. And we smacked the Phillies around. Yeah, we see them. Even then, they had a low payroll, but they had a really good team. And now they're selling their best players. So that's what happens, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can still. I mean, Glasnow is really good, but 2 through 5, they've got literally 10 choices, but it's about which 4 pan out. And they've got Rich Hill, Chirinos at some point. I think he might be injured, but they got Yarborough, Luis Patino. They brought in Michael Wacha, Chris Archer's back. So that's just off the top of my head. I know they have more options than that. They have prospects too. They got Honeywell and Shane Boz and they whip pitchers out of their ass. They've got 25 of them. So
and then they ship them.
Yeah, and their bullpen, quite frankly, they don't have the name power, but they're better than us. Usually, statistically, they're better than us. No matter who they are. They only lost Aaron Loop and Jose Alvarado. So and that's it. And Alvarado is wild. He throws 100 from the left side, but he walks a lot of people. He's on the Phillies now.
Yeah, I'd put even with all that, I'd put a handsome dollar on the Yankees winning the season series against the Rays.
This year, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about. I'm talking about last year. That 60-game season didn't count. I'm kidding. I'm
yeah. I'm for that one.
My juices are flowing now. I'm excited.
Yeah, man. Hey, and I love the shirt, fucking savages, because we are. and it's coming up. I mean, we're
Almost
close 10 days.
almost broke up the Garrett Cole jersey. I'm saving that for opening day.
There we go. Yeah, we got to do an opening day pod for sure. That's
I'm down.
100%. I wish we could just stream during the game because doesn't Talking Yanks do that? They're like, I'm wondering if it's a copyright thing.
No, it's not copyright. That you can stream yourself like
Watching
reacting to
it,
the game.
right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, I guess so. I mean,
That's
I
what they
would.
have to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if
that's what they
you're,
have to be. There's no other way.
yeah, I mean, hey, if you're free for that, we should. I mean, I'll do that full pod.
I'm down. I'm gonna go. I have to go buy a Roku because my TV doesn't have the MLB TV app, and the brand new PlayStation 5 doesn't have the MLB TV app, but the PS4 does.
What?
So I gotta go buy a Roku to watch it in my room every day and watch baseball. So that's how it works. I don't understand Sony. What are we doing, Mister Sony? But I need I need MLB TV on the
I would.
PS5
Hey,
that I paid $500 for.
no, dude, I would wait. I'll be on. Like, I feel like by opening day they'll add it. Like, what if you buy the TV and opening day they add it?
I don't need to buy TV. I just need to buy the HDMI, the little thing. Put in the back of the TV.
Oh, yeah, no, because
Yeah,
I have a Roku TV. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Roku is like that what that remote is.
right.
So you plug it in. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
You
no,
can
I
get
mean that's
that.
worth it then. Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we both have fives. We gotta. I mean, I was just playing MLB The Show today, and I've been going through the gauntlet. Like I'm going through like my own spring training because like you can't start a season on MLB 20, So I'm just kind
Yeah,
of
it's
playing
aggravating.
exhibition. But I'm trying to play like the best pitchers so that I'm ready for my. We both play the full 162 in the franchise.
Dude, I'm excited for 420. Not only because it's a great holiday, especially because MLB The Show 21's coming out, and the PS5's the graphics are gonna be great.
No,
Sounds like a
hey,
PS5, and
did you
it
see
sounds
the
like
trailer?
yeah, it looks sick. They didn't show the
Yeah,
Yankees until a walk off home run, but that's okay. I'll take the walk off home run.
yeah, dude.
I was a
Yeah,
little upset if there was no Yankee footage in that trailer. San Diego Productions would have heard it from me.
Yeah, absolutely. That would have been bullshit. But you got to watch it on YouTube on the PS5 in 4K.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, like if
I
you
know it
haven't
sounds like
watched it at
we're
home.
endorsing them. We're kind of endorsing them, giving them a free ad right here. But
Yeah,
hell
give
of a
me
game.
fucking sponsorship money, San Diego Studios. Fucking send it my way. Yeah. So, all right, man. Hey, we this is a good pod, and we went over pretty much everything. I think we got our roster set. And there's one thing you want to add.
Yeah, we're talking about the trailer. Did you see the end of the trailer? The home run in the Create Stadium. You see
Oh
the
yeah, with the
floating
aliens.
dude. That was insane. That was dope.
Yeah, no, I've heard you can create your stadium now, which a lot of people have waited for.
That makes me excited for Diamond Dynasty. I don't really play it, but that makes me excited for it.
I mean, I might just do Yankee Stadium, but renovate it the way I like it.
Yeah, give some modern shit.
Yeah, right. I mean, I mean, I don't even know what I'd knock out yet, but I mean, I mean, I don't even know. Like, what would you even do to Yankee Stadium? I mean, would you knock out the dinner thing in center field?
I bring the walls further in and keep it the same. More home runs. Grow the game.
Pop fly by Aaron Judge, fucking home run.
Grow the game.
Exactly. Man. All right, man. We'll definitely, I mean, if we have the time, we'll try and do a live stream on YouTube of us watching the game. Probably won't go on podcasts, but we'll do that on YouTube. And so I'll tell people to get there now. You look up Strictly Sports Productions on YouTube. I'll also have the link in the description. We have it organized into playlists. You can go through it on videos if you want. It's a little more difficult that way, but you can go through playlists. We have all 5 of our podcasts all organized that way. So you guys can go Strictly Yankees. We have Strictly Baseball. Last week we did our NL and AL West previews. We've also done all the other divisions. And this week, when Steve and I see each other, we're going to do a podcast on the AL and NL East previews. And Mark, I might even have you come in on that one because we got to have some 2-on-1 Yankees versus Rays. So Steve's just beaten out of the ballpark with this. But
listen, they're excited. They went to a World Series. They're pumped. I get it. I understand. But just be prepared to be brought down to earth.
Hey, absolutely. And Strictly Rangers, we'll have one this week. My dad and I will do that. Strictly Sports, we're finally back this week. We've taken probably like a month and a half off, maybe a month only off of that one because football season's over. We've been doing all the other pods, but with NFL free agency, March Madness, the draft coming up, we got Strictly Sports coming at some point this week. CJ, Steve, and I will be doing that one. And I'm happy with my Giants, man. Kenny Golladay, Adoree Jackson. Hey, there's not a lot to – yeah, money, man. We talked about, hey, we want the Giants to spend fucking money. Tired of this rebuild shit. Daniel Jones, year 3. I already don't like you. I get it. The PFF stats, they say you throw good deep balls. If you don't get to the fucking playoffs, I'm done. I didn't like you in the first place. I'm done.
I get that you guys want to spend money. At this rate, with Daniel Jones going to his 3rd season, it's getting really desperate. You just paid, a wide receiver $72 million in a season where the salary cap is getting low. So I feel like that could be an issue. I mean, if that were the case, should have just kept Odell. Odell is I think Odell has a better upside when healthy than Kenny Golladay. Also, when you have a quarterback that doesn't throw down the field much. But I mean,
I will say though, Jabril Peppers has been pretty good.
Oh, dude, your secondary is going to be top notch. Their defense is never an issue. It's going to be your offense. I mean, your offense has a hell of a lot of skill. Kyle Rudolph, Evan Ingram. You got Darius Slayton. You got Sterling Shepard still on the team. Yeah, you got Sterling Shepard. You have now
Kenny and Saquon.
Kenny Golladay, Saquon. And you have the pieces are there. I mean, the offensive line is trash now because Zeitler's gone. So we'll see what you guys. I hope you guys win that division.
Yeah, me too. Hey, it's been a long time. I hope it comes. Yeah. So, all right, now for the 3rd time, I guess we'll wrap up this pod. People are like, "This is Jesus Christ. When are they going to wrap this up?" It's like a 10-minute outro. I don't give a fuck though. We're going to keep extending this. But find us on YouTube. Look us up. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and a bunch of other ones as well. They'll all be in the description. For Mark Papaleo, I'm Jacob Brown, and let's go Yankees. We'll see you next week.